Hey, Shelter FootyCast live from BackChat Studios. Welcome. You're wondering where Skeet is? Well, I'll tell you in just a little bit. Myself, Dan Conce, bringing you Shelter today. Of course, our good friends at Hayscape, our great friends at Hayscape, giving us the escapes of the week. You want a nature say in a cabin. We're going to do that down in Hayscape. And our good friends at MSH bring us the big moments of the round. We're going to get all of the trade news, all of the action. It's a combined episode today. Shelter FootyCast, BackChat.
Let's go.
Let's get into it.
Unfortunately, no Mark Reddings, Skeeter.
No one's here. I know exactly where he is. So, Shelter FootyCast listeners, because there's a combined audience here, right? So, yes. Welcome BackChat, welcome Shelter. Thanks to Paywise, thanks to Shelter, all of the above. Yes. It's great to be here. Skeeter, this is just brilliant intel. So I've seen this post go up on Instagram Saturday, like early, or Sunday early. And it was him and Sean McManus. Stay tuned to that space, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Stay tuned to that space. Well, they're at the Y Bar in Bali. Right?
Yeah, I thought it was like an old photo or something.
No, it was live, mate. Absolutely live from Bali. So Skeeter's in Bali. Paps is out on fathering duty, so he couldn't fill in for Skeet.
Okay.
Hammer is in England, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just you and me here.
Yeah.
So you know, although we apologise, no apology needed because we're actually getting something out to you with no one here. So Skeet's in the Y Bar at Bali, Sean McManus, so yeah, good mates getting together. How does he get to the Y Bar in Bali? Because I know for a fact he's staying in Sanua, which is on the other side of the island of Bali. So it is with great intel that was put to my desk that I've often covered of Mark Reddings' misdoings. They've landed in Denpasar, Bali, at the airport, international airport.
DPS.
He has got his family to drop him at the Y Bar.
What?
And so they're on a shuttle to Sanua, where they're staying.
Yeah, okay.
He has said, "No, I'm not going there. I want to watch the races." So he's got dropped off at a bar in like Kuta, which is I'm talking like an hour away. They're an hour away.
Yeah.
So God knows if he made it back, but that's the last sighting we did see. Skeeter at Y Bar with Sean McManus punting. I'm pretty sure illegally. I'm pretty sure it's illegal over there.
Yeah, you can't. It has.
Look.
He's got ways.
Yeah, correct. So that's where Skeeter is. So apologies, Skeeter isn't here. He will be back on the show, no doubt. But that's where he is.
Yep.
Hammer in the UK. Paps away as well. So we're bringing you a combined, given it's trade period starts today.
We're going to be saying the same stuff anyway on this podcast and BackChat.
So we thought we'd bring it all together.
Driving in today, it felt like a public holiday or something. Or those weird December days where it's like, it's like
nothing's
holidays.
Happening.
Yeah, nothing's happening. But I don't know why I thought that. It's a lot happening.
It was a huge weekend of sport. I was at the Bledisloe Cup.
What happened there?
Well, Australia lost. They'd already lost, though. Like, they haven't had the Bledisloe Cup in their possession since 2003. So they lost the first leg. It's a two-leg series. So if you own the Bledisloe and then you win, like New Zealand did in the first, it's all over. So it was a dead rubber. And they lost.
Make it best of three. What are they doing?
There's some changes that game needs. That was, if you think AFL goes for too long and it stops starting nature, I tell you what, Union has some fixing up to do. Then it worked, the AFLW, West Coast have a good team. Not sure if anyone's paying attention.
A bloody good team.
If you're a West Coast fan and you're not paying attention, there was almost 3,000 people at the game yesterday at Laflamme Park. It was a decent crowd for the AFLW side of things. They are good. Ella Roberts genuinely would go close to getting a game with the blokes. I saw
someone tweet something. Elle Roberts is the best player at the West Coast Eagles, both men and women.
Well, that's not true, and she would say that, but she is very good. She would be leading the league best and fairest at the moment, Ella Roberts. She had almost 30 disposals, kicked a goal, absolutely outstanding. No one's tagging her, it's ridiculous. But West Coast, you have a good team. Like if you want to, if you're sick and tired of being in the doldrums and bloody whinging about your team, the women's team is good.
They're better than Freo.
Yeah, they're good.
Now's the time to
they are.
Shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I saw that. But Dan, and then, of course, the NRL Grand Final is on. We'll watch that as well. Breaking news.
Okay.
And this is...
Breaking news for a trade period.
Mate, this is just AFL breaking news. Of course, Shelter FootyCast are pretty much AFL show, as well as BackChat. Let's go off the top with this breaking news.
Okay.
I would almost call this the MSH big moment of the round. Right.
If you have to explain some of these sponsors
if you've got a big project, if you've got a big commercial project, you're in need of large equipment, you get in touch with MSH, mshph.com.au for all your big equipment needs. The MSH big moment of the round. I think this could be it.
Okay.
I just read this. Oh, you don't know what this is.
I have no clue. I don't know if this is a gag, if this is legit.
Wow.
Hang on. I bet you I know what it is. It's like something bad for
You get
West
one
Coast.
guess.
It's like something bad for
No,
West Coast.
absolutely.
Oh, okay,
I'm not like that. And this is the title. Annoyed Collingwood great storms out of best and fairest night. So you might have been following this one. Craig McRae was got his little head wobble going up in the best and fairest, and he got a little jab at the Brownlow. Not directly at Matt Rowell, but he said, congratulations to Nick Dacos, who now a 3-time All-Australian at the age of 22.
Yep.
He came runner-up in the Brownlow Medal. And he paused, applause. Yeah, people carrying on. Maybe a few more 16 disposal games might get you there next year, Nick. That's the cheeky fly coming out, he reckons.
Yep.
Fast forward to the end of the night. Nick's been done in the best and fairest by Darcy Cameron.
Can't even win your own BNF.
West Australian, Darcy Cameron. Great
I wish
man.
he came home. I wish he came home.
Correct. Great man, great player, wins the best and fairest. Totally deserved. McRae looks like an idiot.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Because you can't even give him your own best and fairest fly. He's carrying on like a pork chop. Well, it wasn't Craig McRae, Collingwood great, even though he used to play for Brisbane.
Oh, so he didn't storm out after...
Collingwood legend. Yeah. Now, we know that Nick and Josh only appear with their father, Peter.
Please tell me Peter's
Collingwood
stormed out.
legend Peter Dacos reportedly stormed out of the club's best and fairest event on Saturday night. Tom Morris reporting.
Yes.
Was he there? Of course he was. Who was present at Crown Palladium.
Why?
He was in the bushes with the recording device.
He wasn't invited.
Says the father of... Why can't it just be the father of Nick? No, father of Nick and Josh left early on the night. Morris revealed it occurred not too long after Magpies coach Craig McRae made a joke about Nick's second place finish in the Brownlow Medal, which was won by Gold Coast Matt Rowell. While the specific reason can't be confirmed, I can confirm it. It has become apparent that Dacos was indeed annoyed and angry. And this is quoting Tom.
Pete, angry.
I was really interested being at the Collingwood Best and Fairest listening to Craig McRae's speech. I thought by and large he spoke well. Collingwood know how to do best and fairest. And then blah, blah, blah. I just quoted that. Morris continues wondering if word got to Pies great Peter that his youngest son would end up finishing second in the Copeland Trophy because he's been trying to get onto Peter Dacos all weekend. He was in the room at the time. I tried to call him Saturday. I tried to call him Sunday. I've texted him this morning. His best mate, Peter Dacos. No response. It's fine. But he stormed out. This is quoting. He stormed out at about that time. He took his tie off.
Oh, that's big.
And he left the function. It was early on in the night, not when Nick was announced to have come second in the best and fairest. Was it that comment? Was it something else that happened? Did he find out that Nick Dacos was going to win, not going to win, or was he not feeling well? I don't know. So he could have had a couple of James Hurst meatballs.
Oh, yeah. He could have been sick.
Yeah, correct.
Maybe he has gastro or something. Do you know what this means?
Stormed out, tie off, Peter gone.
Do you know what
Breaking
this actually means?
MSHPH.
You can take this to the bank. You have a guarantee of the week, right?
Yeah, it's on Thursdays, but Can
I give a HomeWise Solar guarantee?
Steve from HomeWise Solar would absolutely love a guarantee because if your guarantee doesn't come true, I can guarantee that you'll save money with HomeWise Solar, right? So either way, we win.
I guarantee after this,
Dan's HomeWise Solar.
Nick Dacos signs with Tassie.
Really? You think this is the beginning wedge is it might have been in there anyway.
A little bit.
They've just got the sledgehammer and gone whack and wedged the door open.
Tassie, who's running Tassie?
So what was on?
CEO?
Apparently, Brendan Gale.
Gale is licking his lips right now.
Jack Rewald's down there. Alistair Lynch is down there. Basically, anyone that's been anywhere near Tasmania is somewhere on the board or running things down there. Nathan Buckley, of course. Going to be the next coach.
Nick's going to go get $2.7 million a year and go be the captain of Tassie. Lock it in.
The offer was, and we're going to do a lot of trade talk on this. The offer was $3 million bonus, just cash. Have it.
Yep, here you go.
3 mil.
Yep.
And then we'll talk about your contract, which was just $2 million like Harley and Nazaya.
Yep.
You think that's going to happen?
That's happening. Lock it in. Lock it in.
HomeWise Solar, lock it in. HomeWise Solar, guaranteed. HomeWiseSolar.com.au.
Perfect. Sorry.
You've got a couple of houses, actually. You need to get in contact with Steve.
I do have solar, and it's great. It's good for saving.
I'm sure HomeWise Solar put it in.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, you probably paid well overs.
I actually think it was bad, and then we got HomeWise in and they fixed it up. So thank you, HomeWise Solar, for fixing my house.
All right, sorry, we've been all over the place. We've got some news to bring you, of course. You take the show on.
Yeah, so
you're right, mate?
fixing up my headphones. I've never recorded in this studio before. This is all new to me here at the Shelter FootyCast studio.
Yeah, just don't listen to yourself like that. Just don't even wear it.
First things first, a lot of talk around the draft combine, which is happening right now. I saw someone set the record for the 20-metre dash. I don't know who that was, but good luck to him.
No, there's no talk. No, there's absolutely no talk. There's no coverage.
The talk is there's no coverage of the combine.
The talk is there's no talk because no one would know what's going on.
What are we doing?
Has anyone... I wonder if anyone listening or watching this has thought, gee, especially West Coast fans, if there's West Coast fans listening along, huge draft hand this year.
Yep.
You've got 1, 2, 16, 22, 23, I believe, at the moment, before
Pick
trades.
19 about 10 times over.
Yeah, correct. So I think you got 35. Like, you've got 7 picks at the moment. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing things around packaging to get to pick 6 too. So you could have 1, 2, and 6.
Yes.
How would anyone know anything about the young players, who's available, who's good, where they're from, any of their stories? I saw some social media posts go up with them holding a whiteboard which had handwritten themselves, their favourite player.
Yeah.
That is as most as I've seen in the coverage. I don't know who's responsible for this. I don't know if it's still the NAB draft. I don't know if it's, I think it's Amy or it's Telstra or it's certainly not the Shelter draft, which they do well to add something to that. I just wanted to raise before we get into some of these trade deals. I think the draft combine coverage or lack thereof in this country, we don't need to Americanise everything we ever do. No. However, this we do. If you watch America, it's a 4-day process and it is live. They've got show hosts, they've got big panel shows. We do it for everything else. If you watch Fox Footy and KO, even Channel 7. There's a panel show for every moment that ever happens. There's about 17 on Channel 7's Perth coverage. Fox Footy go back to studio. We got. Does everyone just want a break? Is that the issue? Is everyone just packing up?
I just want to have the draft combine on a TV all day at work and just be watching. I'm not going to sit and watch it, fully, but occasionally when I peer over, I want to see what's going on.
Maybe the Shelter FootyCast combined with BackChat could cover it next year because there's no coverage. We clean it up.
That would be very good. Can I give you just a couple of results from the draft combine?
Where are you finding them? You sure they're real?
The AFL. Jack Dalton, 2K time trial. He's the winner. There you go.
Yeah,
I don't know who he is because I can't see anything.
Jackie Boy Dalton.
There's only 2 people that broke six minutes on the 2K time trial.
So I think he broke the record, Jack Dalton.
Did he?
I did see that. How quick did he do it?
5:53.
That's quick. May not be the record, but I saw the top 10 2K time trials ever.
Oh, yeah?
It was sort of listed. Not many of them have resulted to much. And there's all due respect to Jack and anyone else who's been in that top 10, but,
doesn't equal.
Bont's not in there. Petrarca's not in there.
What was your best?
6:13 I did.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, for a key position player, it's about more than decent.
So there's a bit good. There's a bit of Cameron Nan about you from South Australia who did a 6:13.
Who, Nanny?
Yeah, Nan.
So yeah, I don't know if 2K time trial is the best predictor of
success.
Talent and performance, but that again, I'd still like to see it. I'd like to see who these kids are. I'd like to see where they're ranking there. They do a whole bunch of testing.
Someone's always got good hair. Someone's wearing sunglasses.
Can you imagine being in, you're not going to get this sort of coverage, but imagine having imagine being able to sit inside the one-on-ones. And so you would know what that's like, but the one-on-ones with teams would be really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That if there was a way to record them and then show them the next day, a bit of turnaround time, check with the club, are you okay with showing these sort of questions and answers? Because trade and specifically the draft, it's not even close to have been nailed by anybody.
No.
And you could say that across the world with any sport. No one's got this right. No one has figured out, hey, if a player, here's the formula, they've got to be in the top 20 in the 2K and they've got to have, good parents and good upbringing, and then they've got to, a bit of an old boy, but they've got to, I don't know, their BMI sits here, they're jumping, whatever it is, and then we just select this player. No one's got that right ever. Like, that's why players are still picked up at pick 40 and they come out of nowhere. Yeah. Or Patrick Voss, comes in from a delisted from Essendon and then rookie and then goes in. Or you get Tom McCarthy.
The pick ones.
Mate, Tom McCarthy. He's close to your best player. They got him in the mid-season draft. Not one team wanted him. Yeah, so no one's quite figured it out. I would say one little reason is no one knows who these kids are, and you've got recruiting teams scattered across the country that are like, I don't know, doing their best. But I don't know if they're able to pick them out correctly. I'd love to see exactly what they're asking.
And you got player managers, people who are in the draft combine have player managers at that point?
Look, I don't know the exact rules on that, but I'm pretty sure they are signed up by that stage. There's pretty stringent.
People are getting drafted because of team managers, right?
Well, player managers.
Player managers.
What, can I talk about that?
Yeah, please. Because I'm wondering if they're like, hey, pick my guy and I'll help you out later down the track.
I think that does happen.
Yep.
And I think it so far shouldn't happen. Any kid that I speak to, and you can sort of draw your own conclusions there who that would be, I tell them not to sign until as close to the draft, if not after the draft. The reason being, and I had great management and representation. However, if I had my time again, having West Australian representation as a West Coast player would have helped me not only from not really a contract point of view, but a brand deal point of view.
Yep.
I never really had great West Australian representation because I signed as a Victorian before the draft with a Victorian-based player manager who was great, by the way. Nige Carmody, I'll name him. Oh, great manager, great bloke, does a lot of on-air stuff now as well. He was great. However, and he would agree, and their company would agree, that Western Australia was always secondary to Victoria, whereas Colin Young's had really great success with West Australian talent here in Western Australia. He's now moved to Melbourne. But for a long period of time there, Colin had basically a monopoly of players here in Western Australia because he got brand deals for West Australian players. So,
like, you wouldn't have known what Chicken Treat was before moving over here. So, there's things like that.
Dome, is that West Australia?
Yeah, probably. So Nige just doesn't know about these things.
Yeah, but you just... I personally, and it's still the case, I would be trying to sign after I knew what team I was going to because your first 3-year deal is done. It's an automated deal. You don't need someone to do a deal for you.
Yeah.
So all these managers running around trying to sign up, they're only competing against themselves. There's no actual reason to sign on with the manager unless they're in the ears of other teams, which I reckon happens a bit, which is yuck.
That is yuck.
Right?
That's the business.
Player managers... should be servant, I don't mean servants, but like they should serve their players. That's the number one existence. It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
These guys with big books of players that they're looking after sort of roll around sometimes like they're the man doing the deal. No, the players play the game, get rewarded for playing the game well, and the manager there's an admin in that regard.
You're sending an email.
Correct, and that's what some of them do.
Let's move to some done deals.
Yeah, so it's trade time.
Some things that are absolutely locked in. We'll get to the requests and the rumours and the conversations. Let's start with some Carlton. Jack Silvani and Tom De Koning are officially St Kilda players.
So St Kilda or St Kilda? I think it could be St Kilda, but I feel like you say St Kilda.
St Kilda.
Michael Voss was very strong in their best and fairest. Basically called out internal fighting within the Carlton Footy Club. We've basically beaten ourselves. We've got our culture wrong. He was responsible. Like he put his hand up and said it's a leadership's job to be able to lead their way through it. But basically he said the fight should be against everyone else. It should be the Blues against the rest, not against ourselves.
I like it.
Which I loved. He was really strong, hard. But in saying that, they've lost 2 key position players out the door. So Jack Silvani gone and TDK gone, both to the Saints. If you see the Saints...
What's rolling over? What's happened with the Saints?
Well, mate, so add to Carlton, Charlie Curnow wants out as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to touch on that a little bit. But if those 3 go, that's your spine.
Yeah.
Centre half, back, centre half, forward and your ruck gone. That's not ideal. That says there's a lot of things wrong, right? Even though they're saying they're not going to trade Charlie Curnow. The Saints, and I said this is my home wise solid guarantee last week, they will play finals next year. They are cleaning out, mate. Silvani, TDK, Sam Flanders is rumoured to be going there.
Yep.
They've maintained signing. Liam Ryan's going there. They've kept Windhager. They've kept Nazai Wanganeen Millera. you threw me with Liam Ryan. Sorry. No, it's fine because he is going there. You're dead right. The Saints are losing Rowan Marshall, so he's requested a trade to Geelong.
Yes.
But they are and there was a funny photo that went up of Rowan Marshall and Tom De Koning training in the same gym in the off-season on the day that it was announced that TDK was going, and Rowan Marshall, the second that happened, requested a trade away to Geelong, mind you, just make them better. St Kilda are having a crack. I don't know who is making this call. I did see that Ross Lyon has been named as like interim footy boss over the off-season because their guys moved. So Ross the boss is the boss. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's other guys,
They're rich board members rolling out dinners.
We're not. Are you thinking Cotton On sort of situation?
Well, isn't that what they did with Naz? They rolled out like this.
Nothing wrong with the rollout. There's nothing wrong with the rollout.
No.
I just want, you just got to keep it above board. That they are going. We're not spending enough our salary cap, obviously. Let's go spend up because they are paying Silvani money, TDK money, Ryan money. Nazia's taken $2 million.
Oh yeah,
they're having a crack. I think you got to respect it. Like, wouldn't you as a West Coast fan be very happy if you suddenly signed someone who's going to start centre half back for you, your ruckman and centre half forward,
please,
and then forward pocket, and keep a bunch of your players? You
got the money to do it. Go for it.
Okay.
Big swing.
St Kilda.
St Kilda doing things, and who knows if there's a little Geelong operation going on, a little I don't know.
It's the other one.
Home loan situation.
There's a consulting company
out.
like Chris Scott's the managing sort of commissioner over there, and then suddenly, there's other players.
Have you seen what's happening with the LA Clippers at the moment and Kawhi Leonard?
No.
So they're
privately owned, by the way. But before even telling me what's going to happen,
so
they don't have a salary cap.
No, they do. They got a salary cap. You guys pay tax.
All right, so they just do what they want.
They do what they want, but
that seems like
there was an investigation by a podcaster named Pablo, and he figured out that there is a company that sponsors the LA Clippers that Kawhi Leonard was paid $20 million from that company, and he didn't have to do anything. So
so what are they doing about it?
No, the NBA is investigating it now because it was like KL2, the business was called KL2 Industries or whatever, which is Kawhi Leonard, he wears number 2. So there was a business named...
So it's a random...
Yeah, to do like an appearance. It was like a $20 million appearance fee, but he never actually had to... Like, it was written in the contract that he didn't actually have to do anything.
Why is podcasts? Shout out podcasts. Bring the news.
Shout out podcasts. So that's St Kilda and Carlton.
St Kilda are having a crack.
They're having a big crack. And if they don't make finals next year, mate, I don't know what happens to Ross. Well, they have to make finals.
Well, they don't have to make finals at all. I mean, they're bad and they're having a crack.
They remind me of the Los Angeles Lakers from the era where they brought Dwight Howard in, Steve Nash.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Real bad. Real bad. Okay, Sam Draper going to Brisbane, locked in. They've announced it, and pick 20 is the compensation currently for Drapes. How do you feel about Draper going to Brisbane?
Well, if Carlton's got issues, Essendon got issues.
Yeah, they got issues.
Right, so we've got Ridley out the door, but he's back in the door.
Yep.
We've got senior players calling out senior players. Zach Merritt, their captain, is firm that he wants to go. I saw Matt Rosa interviewed this morning. He's firm that they'll be keeping him, and I've been quite strong on the Shelter FootyCast, as well as BackChat, that Essendon is hard line on this. He will not be leaving. And that's another one you've probably got to respect.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that goes about. Sam Draper's out the door. Now, Todd Goldstein, who's the ruck coach, has been playing ruck there for 2 years.
He wants to play again.
Mate, he's like 80 years old. I don't know what Goldie's up to. But Sam Draper is one of these players that until he puts together a consistent year of football, he's always going to be that guy like, oh, how good could Sam Draper be? Like, oh, how good was that goal he kicked goal of the year? That was great.
That was awesome.
But if you're a ruckman and you're a good ruckman, we've just seen that Oscar McInerney is retired from the AFL. He's a good AFL ruckman. Now, does he have as much talent as Draper? No. But he's more consistent. Oscar McInerney is a more consistent ruckman than Sam Draper ever has been. So Sam Draper goes to Brisbane to fill that spot. He's more of a wild card player at the moment. He might break over in a game and win it off his own boot, which Oscar McInerney never did in his entire career. However, he may also lose you one because he's not consistent enough. So pick 20 as compensation, end of first round pick compensation.
Yeah, so pick 19 is the one that keeps getting given to teams. I've noticed from the AFL. It's like, I think 5 teams have been given pick 19.
Well,
but
I think that's end of first round compensation, right?
Yeah.
So that's what Brisbane get for him. Is that fair? Well, again, I don't know if he's shown.
A lot of people complaining about the Draper and Oscar Allen discrepancy in pick compensation.
Well, Oscar Allen's a captain of his club.
Yeah.
So you should be getting a very high pick. If you're the captain of the club, it means you're probably the best player, if not the best leader.
Is Draper... So, yeah, Draper...
People are complaining because it's Brisbane.
Yeah, that's right.
People are complaining because Brisbane's getting Draper, they're getting Oscar Allen, there's a number of other players linked to them, and they're the best side. And so...
They're not getting worse.
Yeah, no, they're not. So we'll talk about what West Coast and Brisbane are speaking about a little bit later on in the show.
James Warple to Geelong, locked in. Currently pick 39 as compensation for that in return.
So the Warpedo, I saw Sam Mitchell speak about James, who is a Geelong boy. So this isn't a lifestyle change. I don't know if we speak about on BackChat. I can't remember. I am there, but I can't remember. But definitely here on the show, FootyCast. Yep. I don't know if you know we've been speaking about the Geelong move, and it's a lifestyle call.
Right.
Basically, Skeeter said Geelong's a shithole, and he doesn't understand why the lifestyle thing happened.
When's he been last?
What?
When's the last time Skeet's been to Geelong?
To be honest, he's pretty much on the money. Like Geelong, right. Mate, the lifestyle thing, what's a better lifestyle, Perth or Geelong? Well, I can tell you.
Depends what you want.
Well, what do you want? Cold weather and no beaches. Head to Geelong. You want some farmland? You can get that's in Perth.
Yeah, you could go out far enough.
You couldn't give me one
Perth's
argument.
Way better
you couldn't give me one argument where Geelong is better than Perth. And I'm a Geelong boy, and I love Geelong, and I'm always a Geelong boy. But Perth is elite. It's an amazing place to live. If you're talking about lifestyle, everyone should be coming to West Coast.
True.
Every single player, Merritt, Curnow, and the rest. West Coast.
Oscar Allen.
Right, but Curnow he's chasing barrels at Burleigh and, Oscar Allen. Yeah, correct. So James Warple to Geelong. No surprises here. It's been rumoured for some time. Pick 39 seems a little, like I'd value Warple pretty highly, but pick 39 as compensation. Well done to Geelong.
So they're the
rich get richer.
They're the ones that are locked in. I'm sure the next couple of days more of that will happen.
There was a trade done this morning.
Oh, Jacob Weir?
Yeah, Jacob Weir goes from GWS to the Power. For nothing. It literally went for nothing. So I don't know how that works, but yes, that is happening. As I'm just seeing some breaking news, bringing this to you right now. So our good friends / just other people in media over at Trade Radio, afl.com.au, spoke to Hawthorn this morning. So I've seen the chat with Matt Rosa. He basically said, haven't spoken to Hawthorn, haven't spoken to anyone. We've got no interest in anyone.
Hawthorn? Don't know them.
Seriously, he was like, no, I'm not talking to him at all.
Lies.
This is just in. Hawthorn has confirmed it is chasing Essendon Zach Merritt. Contracted at the Bombers for another 2 years. Merritt is looking for a move to the Hawks to continue during the trade period. Hawks National List and Recruiting Manager Mark McKenzie said while there was interest from Hawthorn, Merritt was yet to request the trade to Hawthorn. We've got some interest there, definitely.
Lies. Stop lying to us.
There is a lot of lying. There is a lot of lying. We've shown from our football club there is interest to get better, and we'll do that through any scenarios where there's a trade, free agency or draft, which we have done especially through the draft over the last few years, but then a bit more of a focus on the trade and free agency last year. You might be listening along here. I'm going to try and pull them up. I'm going to just give you a bit of an overview, or at least why I think trade is so important. Let me just tell you who won the best and fairest over the last week or so.
Okay.
Jordan Dawson won the Malcolm Blight Medal at Adelaide, traded from Sydney. Josh Dunkley won the Merritt Murray Medal at Brisbane, traded from the Western Bulldogs. Darcy Cameron won the Copeland Trophy at Collingwood, traded from Sydney. Liam Baker won the John Worsfold Medal.
I could have won that this year.
Traded from Richmond. George Hewitt won the John Nichols Medal at Carlton, traded to the Carlton Footy Club from Sydney. Tim Taranto won his second Jack Dyer medal, the best and fairest at Richmond, traded from GWS. Jack Gunston won the Hawthorn best and fairest at Peter Crimmins medal, traded back
technically
from Brisbane.
Yep.
I think that's all I could find. If you're listening along, you're like, oh, what about this person?
Yep.
It's a pretty decent list of traded players that have gone on to win best and fairest this year. And it says why, if you get this right, Dan, the trade stuff, you can get a best player into your club.
Absolutely. Well, let's go through some more trades that are on the precipice of happening.
Which one of these is the best and fairest is the question.
I mean, let's go with the first one here that could be. Brandon Starcevich has requested a trade to West Coast. That's confirmed. Brisbane want pick 16 in return, and West Coast want to give pick 23. So they need to figure out how to make that happen.
So as a West Coast fan, put your fan hat on.
Yes,
always. It's always. Yep. So what would you like to see here? So the question is, Brisbane want 16. Of course they want the best available. I'm surprised they haven't asked for 2 or 1, right? Or Oscar Allen, Starcevich straight swap. West Coast want to give 23, which is their last available first-round pick.
I think that's one of the compo picks from the AFL.
There is also a potential, like you can do it, not trading at all for him.
Yep.
Pushing him to the preseason draft, which West Coast have the first pick in, and taking him there for nothing. As a West Coast fan, what do you want here? Do you want to, I don't know, give Brisbane 16, which might be what he's worth? Do you want to hold firm and give the 23 as West Coast apparently is offering? Or do you want to go full blown nothing and go, we're not trading at all, I'll see you at the preseason?
I reckon just give pick 23. My concern is the concussion stuff, which keeps getting talked about. We just had Jeremy McGovern retire from concussion.
And Venables. And
Shepherd. It's happened too much, and it's gonna keep happening. More and more players. It's just as the league changes. I thought, apparently he was completely fine from the grand final. I don't know how true that was. Yes. No symptoms whatsoever, completely cleared, no concussion. But I keep hearing he's a concussion or 2 away from being medically retired.
Yep.
So my concern is you give up. You can't give pick 16 for it. I'd go hardball 23, and if you're not going to trade him for that, then walk into the draft. But how often does that happen?
Hardball, well, I don't know if it's ever happened. I think maybe 1 or 2 times.
It gets talked about every time. Oh, we'll just march him to the draft. Well, then it just... I don't know. It doesn't happen enough for me to feel confident that could be a possibility. I'd love it.
I think it is a possibility, and I think it's what West Coast should be considering doing, given what you just spoke about.
Grow a pair.
Which is that, well, yes, but the Hendog stuff is real. I spoke about this on both shows last week. We've never seen an injury which is dictated by the AFL. No injury in the history of our game has been, if the AFL say so, you can't play anymore. That doesn't happen ever, other than head knock. So this is real. This is something West Coast would be considering, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did march him to the preseason draft. And I think it's something they should consider.
I watched, speaking of Veners, yesterday for some reason on TikTok, I saw like a Venables mixtape. He was so good.
He's now a horse trainer, and he was up the Cal Cup, I believe.
Really?
No, his horse was racing Cal Cup. Didn't go too well. Veners could have been anything. However, the AFL said stop playing. All right, let's get into some of these rumours.
Some other players. So we've talked about Merritt. We've talked about Kerner a little bit.
So they both want to leave.
They both want to leave.
Both their clubs are saying they're not leaving. I wonder if you had to give 0, 1 or 2 of those players moving, what would you say?
2. They're moving.
I reckon they're both moving.
You have to say, yep, we are holding firm because you got to play the game.
They're gone.
Is stupid.
They're absolutely gone.
Merritt's best and fairest speech was basically like, guys, it's not about me and I've tried my ass off. And you can't just rely on me.
Who's written that for him?
It sounded like he did. It was
like a gunpoint.
It sounded like when the popular guy in year 12 does a speech in front of the class, can't really speak properly and it's written poorly.
I thought that was, he's clearly quite nervous and anxious around the situation. He's trying to do the right thing, and he's written a speech and he's written a statement. He's won his 6th bloody best and fairest. But it was quite contradictory in terms of the position he's in. I mean, he's put himself in that. He has signed the deal. He has been the best player, yes. He is the best player at Essendon, yes. But he's the captain, and you've signed the deal. So, as much as you want to say, it's a difficult situation and, skirt around the edges, he wants out. If you're going to do it, rip the banner off, mate. You should have said it the best and fairest. Hey, guys, imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine how hard it would have been for Essendon to say we're not trading him if he had a farewelled the club at the best and fairest.
That's
and say,
true.
guys, this is my last
All
year.
your leverage.
Been an absolute pleasure.
Yep.
I expect to be traded.
Yep,
That's what he should have done.
They would have been pissed because there's like, well, there's all our leverage.
Well,
we can't trade a lot for him. Christian Petrarca requested a trade to Gold Coast. Gone.
I don't know if I like how good Gold Coast is going to be next year.
That midfield.
So Sam Flanders is out the door. Good player. Petrarca's better.
Yes.
He was second in their best and fairest. He's been a good player for a long time. People are sort of saying, well, has Petrarca lost, the plot since his big injury? I don't think so. I think he's an absolute gun. And in the right environment, he could, mate, Petrarca, Anderson, Rowell, and a bit of tuk-tuk tagging people.
Yes.
Could be the best midfield in the competition.
Unbelievable.
With Witsy hitting it down to him.
Yep.
If you think Noah Anderson breaking out the front of stoppage.
You're not winning clearances.
He got a goal of the year, a centre bounce.
Yep.
So add Christian Petrarca, who knows how to do that too. Good luck to anybody playing them.
Rowan Marshall requested a trade to Geelong.
Yeah, I just have an issue with the good teams getting better. Like Rowan Marshall at Geelong is scary. Like Reece Stanley was a big reason why Geelong lost that grand final, and I know Reece, and I know that's hard to hear, but he was poor.
Yep.
If Rowan Marshall had been,
he was injured.
Well, yeah, he's doing his best, but Rowan Marshall's a much better player than Reece Stanley, and that's the upgrade there, which is a big one, is a big one.
All right, so we've Sam Flanders' name's come up a couple of times. He's requested the trade to St Kilda. Apparently, I saw on Twitter before, Cal Toomey, I think he said, pick 7. They expect pick 7 to be enough to get the deal done.
Jeez, that would say he's a very, very, very good player, which I'm not disputing.
Was he just struggling to break into the midfield at Gold Coast? Is it one of those cases where he's good, but he just couldn't be in a good midfield? Like every other team would start him.
Well, they played the back line, distributed back there a little bit, but then they brought in John Noble, who was able to use the footy, so he was going forward. Sam Flanders, I don't know if he's an upper echelon player, but clearly that's the case there. So
I think West Coast they're trying to sniff around for the 6 or 7 pick that Gold Coast have.
Yeah, so they're talking about packaging up some of their late first rounders because Gold Coast have got either an academy or a father-son player that they've got to match.
Yes.
So there's pick 6, and if that goes through and they get pick 7 for Flanders, then you'd think Gold Coast would be even more interested in trading.
That's why I want this to happen, because if they give 6 to West Coast,
1, 2, and 6, you can get a pretty good package together there.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Brody Myercheck wants to go to Melbourne. Signed. That's done, right? Was he a free agent?
Well, let's be honest. That's a money deal.
Yeah.
And Jamie Elliott's
2-year deal.
Jamie Elliott spoke about. So Jamie Elliott was heavily linked to Gold Coast Suns.
I thought he was gone for sure.
Well, he spoke about it at the Collingwood Best and Fairest and said, like, he was so open about it. He basically said, well, I'm getting towards the end of my career. I want to earn as much money as possible.
Yeah.
And Gold Coast kept upping the deal. And I basically wanted to know what my worth was. And I was very close to going to Gold Coast. Collingwood came to the table with an increased offer and he stayed at Collingwood. But you're not moving to Melbourne to go and win a flag. Let's just be very clear. So Brody Myercheck says, okay, if you're not going to pay me anything, Collingwood.
Because he was there, he would still be Collingwood's
best forward.
It's
their best forward.
Yeah, so
him and Jamie Elliott.
Yeah.
Would have been interesting if they had lost both of those. Interesting question where Collingwood lands next year with some of that movement, especially if Nick Dacos is out the door to Tasmania.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely gone.
With Peter. Is Peter a package deal? Pete's he's like a chauffeur.
He's going to be like...
Imagine the cash he's
going
going to be doing
football
now.
operations.
Well, you'd have to think that Josh goes too.
Yeah, I think it's written into their contract that they have to be playing together. Calamar Cheese requested a trade to Adelaide. I thought for a quick second he might be coming over to West Coast. That didn't happen.
I thought that was happening. So you've lost another there, which is disappointing. Jai Sarong has requested a trade to Sydney. Apparently he was linked to Fremantle over here, given that his brother Caleb has just gone back-to-back in the best and fairest. Has he won 3 now or 2? Just the 2? I mean, just the 2. But.
Just the 2.
Okay.
Andy number 2. Andy came in second. I think Luke Jackson.
Yeah,
third. So
there was a troubling trend of backmen not being in top 5s. I had a really good look at it. Like there wasn't enough backmen. Darcy, I was going to say Darcy Moore. Darcy Cameron won. He's a ruckman. I don't know if there's any backman that won the best and fairest.
Ruben was close.
Yeah. Well, a bit of respect for West Coast. I mean, Liam Baker did spend some time back there, as did the football this year.
All right, let's go to some now just like things that are just being thrown out.
Yeah, I like it.
A couple of reporters that are hearing whispers.
The rumours.
The rumours. Mitch Cleary.
So this is like the Nick Dacos. Peter Levy.
That will go big.
Even though that's fact.
Nick Dacos will be going to Tassie. Mitch Cleary is reporting that last season, with 4 weeks to go, Zach Butters sat down with Port Adelaide and said, please, I want out. trade me, please. I want to go. That didn't happen. Now clubs are hoping that could happen again. If it didn't happen last year, maybe this year.
I don't think we've ever had bigger names linked to trade.
It's so many. It seems like
good players.
Yeah.
So Butters, gun.
So
Curnow, gun. Merritt, gun. Like these are the sorts of players that are the best players at clubs. Oscar Allen, weapon. Right, so he's gone. Zach Butters, Port Adelaide's another club. You're just like, geez, I don't know where that. They've actually just signed a bunch of good assistant coaches, really good assistant coaches. They've got Luke Webster from West Coast. Stewie Dew has come back to the club, of course. New coach Josh Carr will lead them on. I think they've got a good bunch of coaches. How quickly can they turn the performance around? Well, it'll be a lot slower if they don't have Zach Butters there.
I was at the Kingsley Tavern last night, and
did you hear something there?
The Woodvale Tavern.
Did you hear something there? Did you get confused with all the taverns you're at over the weekend?
I was at the bar ordering a drink, and some guy was just like, "We got Butters, and he's like listing Port Adelaide players, and then the barman, I asked the barman, like, "What's he talking about?" He goes, "Oh, he's debating with me whether or not Port will be better than West Coast next season."
And what do you think? I mean, I guess your hopes over your livelihood because we're shutting all podcasts down if they do win one.
Yeah, that's true. Port Adelaide could be one of those that go bad. That's what I'm saying. Like if things happen,
Carlton could go bad.
It could be a Carlton, Essendon, Port Adelaide, West Coast bottom four.
Essendon down there.
Yep.
Because breaking news.
Wow.
One club that is down the bottom of the ladder that are hoping to rebound next year is North Melbourne. And Charlie Spargo from the Melbourne Football Club has just signed as a free agent. It's a free agent pickup. Spargo played 108 games for the Melbourne Footy Club, helping win the 2021 Premiership. So Premiership player. He played every round in the flag-winning season and the following year. However, has been restricted to just 25 senior appearances since 2022 due to injury and selection. The 25-year-old will follow his father in being at North, with Paul Spargo playing how many games? How many does Spargs play in that? Between 85 and 92?
Oh, okay. 29.
81 games for the Kangaroos. He will join Melbourne. He will join North Melbourne, and Melbourne will receive an end of round 2 selection, which is currently pick number 41.
There you go.
The draft.
While we are on North Melbourne, a name that was getting thrown around a little while and hasn't really been in the lights as much now, Jai Simpkin. Apparently he wanted out. Hear that a little while ago. He was saying,
"Oh yeah, that's right."
He was exploring options. So they
explore away, Jai.
Who's
talking
North
about
Melbourne's,
exploring?
Yeah. Oh, just wait. North Melbourne's head of football talent, Brady Rawlings, has addressed the Jai Simpkin thing in an interview that they're doing on Trade Radio.
What do you say?
He will be at the club next year. He said, "I can't see why he won't be at the club."
Imagine these. Yeah, well, if you trade him, that'll be one reason why he's not there. Can you imagine like the head of whatever club, being like, "Yeah, he's told us he wants to go, and he's contracted, and he's good to go." So
who wants him?
Well, that actually has been. It has happened with a captain at a club. Do you know who?
No.
Jack Steele, the captain of St Kilda, has stepped down as the leader of St Kilda, and his exit meeting told he isn't guaranteed midfield minutes next year and he can look elsewhere if he wants. However, Jack, being the man he is, wants to stay at the Saints but is stepping down as captain.
Of course he does. He's seeing all the people getting paid. He wants some of that.
That's a rough convo to have. Hey, mate. Jack, good to be with you, mate. Yeah, so first up, the captaincy. We're going to have to get you to hand that one back in. No worries, Ross. Yeah, all good, mate, all good. So here's the captaincy badge. Thank you, Jack. And while you're at it, mate, if you're not the captain, I guess you can look elsewhere and do whatever you like.
Otherwise, you'll be in the back pocket.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to be playing in the back pocket, and it'll be in the BFL for the Sandy Dragons.
Similar conversations happened with Clayton Oliver over at Melbourne, saying
different scenario. Over there.
Slightly different scenario, but I'm trying to segue into Clayton Oliver. They've told him that his midfield minutes aren't guaranteed next year.
Yeah, so
I don't know what that really means. They say he needs to develop his game. He can't just be an inside mid.
So this could be maybe the last one we chat about here with a couple of questions to get on because I have to get out the door shortly, Daniel. But Clayton Oliver, he's had an interesting week, hasn't he? So Clayton Oliver been told to look elsewhere. Thanks for coming. So Melbourne may not have a midfield next year.
Mitch Cleary chased him out of Melbourne.
Did you see this?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think of that?
I liked it. I don't mind it.
You liked it from Mitch?
Yeah,
I liked it from Clayton.
I like it from both of them. But you can't like Mitch is trying to do his job.
So
and
do that.
Trying to get any advantage possible. Same way you do on a footy field. It's grubby behaviour to like
the only
elbow
thing
someone in
is
the stomach or whatever.
White lines. So you wouldn't.
Yeah,
so,
white lines is
great example. On the footy field, elbow him in the chest. Get every lick of advantage.
Yep.
You're not at the pub that night, elbowing in the chest, putting him on the chin, are they?
No,
it's a different
because you're not playing
environment.
the game.
Huh?
Because you're not playing the game.
So Clayton's going on holiday. Well,
Yeah, but Mitch is playing the game.
Well, Mitch obviously knew where he was going because Clayton said, I'm going to Sydney for a holiday. I'm going to America for a holiday.
Yeah.
Just a little stop past the GWS Giants because I was very happy to see this. I've been on this boat, right? The Blue Goose, right? The wooden timber boat out in the middle of Sydney Harbour. And who do we have there? Clayton Oliver with the boys. We're talking Kingers.
Yeah.
We're talking Jace McCartney. We're talking Dave Matthews.
Tom Green.
We're talking Callan, right?
Yep.
We are talking the big dogs going,
boys.
hey, mate, know you're dropping through Sydney. How about we go on the boat in the day?
Yep.
Let me tell you, it is a great recruitment strategy. I talked about, Perth being a great place to live. Mm-hmm. If you go out in the harbour, specifically on the Blue Goose, I don't know if you're saying no. I would like to, in fact.
Okay.
I'd
Home-wise?
like to give a home-wise solid guarantee. Clayton Oliver goes to GWS. Second one, Hayscape Escape of the Week. Hayscape.com.au.
Yep.
Nature stays, cabin stays in nature. Go and treat yourself. Got
I'm
locations
going to one in Denmark in about a month. And
Great.
I'm pumped.
Well, locations all around Western Australia. I think the escape of the week was Mitch Cleary. Oh, mate, what was going on there? I mean, you say you like it. I hated it. He's going on holiday. Just get your camera, mate. Mitch had a howl. I watched socials on the back of that. 90% of people were like, absolute grubby behaviour. And I agree with it.
Yeah.
Escape of the week was he copped a FUC and he copped a I hate that C and he copped a F off.
Yep.
I reckon he was lucky not to cop a little clip. Back in the day, a nice little clip like, get out of my way, I'm going on holiday. I think he was with his partner. There's got to be a boundary, doesn't there?
No.
Is the airport not the boundary?
Probably
Your house.
The actual
You're not allowed in
boundary.
the house?
Yeah.
Or Mitch has been in Clayton's house?
No, you can't go in the house, and there's probably an official boundary at the airport that Mitch couldn't go past because he didn't have a ticket.
Check in. Yeah,
he should have bought a ticket and been on the plane.
You can go
with
through
him.
security. You can go through security.
Yeah, that's a hassle though.
Hey, mate, we're going to keep moving. And
Yes.
I reckon we can do this a little bit more. So if you have enjoyed it, again, apologies, Skeeter and Hammer and Adam
Are they back
here.
Thursday?
Yeah, they'll be back. Okay. I don't know if they're back or not. But we'll be doing trade updates. As big ones break, I reckon we can get a bit of breaking news here on BackChat, Daniel.
Yes. Do you want to read a couple of these questions that we have here on the from YouTube?
Yeah, can you read me a couple? Or do you want me to read them?
No, I can read it. Hey, lads, long-time listener from Oz, but have lived in Ireland for the last 6 years, and today I'm finally sitting at shelter and drinking a BackChat ale, and it's bloody amazing. Bucking the trend of all these hop-forward beers, making no nonsense and tasty session ale. I'll taste a few more shelters at the brewery tour later to catch up on lost time. Just a little good shout out to the Shelter Brewery and how bloody good it is.
Love it. Hey, if you want to get in touch with us, we're going to do questions and comments another day because I do have to shoot. But if you want to get in contact with us, you can do it across all platforms. BackChat _ on social media. You can go to Shelter FootyCast on Instagram. You can put comments in the YouTube below, whether you're on Shelter, whether you're on BackChat. If you're listening or you're watching, just get in contact with us and we can do a bit of you got questions about the trade, you want to know about the draft camp, you want to know who's who. Well, we don't know because they haven't been, doing the thing.
The coverage.
They're doing the thing. So that's us, I reckon, Daniel.
Yep. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. It's great joining your forces. BackChat,
yeah,
Shelter,
thanks for having me.
FootyCast.
It's been great.
Paywise, Shelter, BackChat, lots of other sponsors.
TABtouch, Whippersnapper, Whisky, ID Athletic, Mamba Digital, Online Services, Camera Electronic, and Liquor Barons. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.